What's up, people? This is Kevin O. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the old coaching industry and the new paradigm breakers that are calling in new codes around the profession, the career, the artist, the business person we call a coach, which actually that word is so interesting. And in this video, I just want to share downloads I was having talking to some super successful coaches and being a coach now for 4 years myself, really understanding like what's happening in the industry and what's happening from just what I see, following trends intuitively. Not that I'm studying economics per se, although I've read some articles, and not that I'm studying, everyone's coaching modalities per se, although I do watch very selectively what's happening on the news feed, which, shocker, most of my tribe and most of my contacts are high-level coaches on a lot of different levels. So I just want to walk you through this paradigm real quick because this is way bigger than coaching, and I'm feeling like this is in every industry right now. Big corporations, big institutions, as the world becomes more digital, as the world becomes more tribal, and as people start to wake up to black hat marketing and all the bullshit that is out there from the 1950s consumeristic tradition and capitalism, and we really start to catch up. And this is going to happen with apps and with software. This is going to happen with service-based industries and person-to-person based industries. This is going to happen in healthcare. This is going to happen in tech. This is going to happen in marketing, sales, and all the business development areas. We have a massive revolution happening. Things like Uber, things like cryptocurrency, things like Airbnb, things like social media are rapidly transforming the landscape of what's possible through a smartphone, online, not needing an institution or permission from the gatekeepers to spread your message. And so how does this affect coaching? The new paradigm of coaching is multidimensional. So in the past, if you were just a personal trainer or a specific type of coach or a really niche type of coach, that's only one category. And in that category, you can see that a lot of people don't succeed in that because those niches got saturated or they've boxed themselves in, and people are waking up to, the online game that's been going on since the, 90s, really, when the internet came out. The Ponzi scheme of passive income and MLMs and that kind of style, nothing against, there's some MLMs out there that are legit, I think. But all this being said, the style of coaches coaching coaches and the echo chamber of personal development is coming down. And you can see this now because a lot of people that were fronting or a lot of people that were out of integrity are now being exposed on a massive scale, the top of the top that everyone sees, but also on the medium scale and the medium to high scale. When I keep my ears to the ground and I tune in with other coaches and hear about their experiences, the new breed, the Aquarian coach, if you will, the golden agent that I consider myself a part of, is so multidimensional that you almost can't categorize it in the old way. So it's not that just you're a life coach or you're a relationship coach or you're a business coach. You're hitting multiple areas at once. So you're going from everything, including shadow work and the inner child healing and deep subconscious reprogramming, all the way up to like multidimensional channeling and receiving intuitive hits and meditation hits about your clients. And those two areas are so separate. And I think the ultra spiritual world and that coaching community, and then all the way down to like maybe the business development and the very specific nuts and bolt coaching community, we're seeing an amalgamation happening. And this is happening on the individual level. These big organizations that, certify and train life coaches, I got certified through an organization. Early in the game, I thought that's what you needed to do. And that was valuable, but I didn't need it. I can get results from my clients without needing to explain myself in that way. And so the new paradigm of coaches is going to actually find that when their superpowers come online, when their passion comes online, when their message gets projected and really shot into the universe, they're going to see that they don't need any of the old trappings of business, of organization, of institution that many of our forebears needed. which is okay. They actually needed that to get started, and they broke into the industry and created it. You know, Tony Robbins created an entire industry with his work. So if you're a coach, if you are already coaching, or if you're thinking about becoming a coach because you're like, wow, everybody's doing it, like, how do I do this? You know, really, I would urge you to find your own path. And also, this is the best time, although it feels saturated, this is the best time to become a coach. It's an industry that's only going to keep increasing, and it's only going to keep blowing up. And if you don't believe me, do a little research. It's $1 billion industry. It's $1 billion industry now. It just crossed that in the US and the Western world. Worldwide, probably more, $1.5 billion. Now, the top 1% of that is most of the revenue, sure, but the need for specific niche types of problem solving in relationships, in business development and creativity, in physical, mental training, in various types of healing modalities is only going to increase. And so it's important that you understand this and really lean into that knowing, because in this way, you can actually take charge of this curve that's happening and that's shifting, and it's only going to exponentially explode further in this industry and in all industries. It just happens to be the one I'm paying most attention to because, you know, really over the last 2 years, I've been actively coaching a lot more, whereas in the last 4, you know, I've been taking on clients as kind of a side hustle in addition to events and other things. So I'm really curious what you have to say and what you think is happening here. And I would love to hear your comments, or you send me a personal message about, you know, what your lay of the land is. What's happening in the industry? What is the old paradigm of coaching and of business and of mentorship, and what's happening in the new? And what is that going to look like moving forward? And if this video has added value or made you think about something, you know, share it out with your tribe, share it out with your fellow, you know, travelers that are in this domain, whether you're working with a coach, you are coaching clients, or both. I think this is a valuable topic that doesn't get talked about enough. And so we're going to see the industry change faster and more intensely, and even more and even more and even more. And tag somebody that you think is ready for that change and to step into it now. Peace, y'all. Much love from Ubud.